You're listening to the Manifesting Miracles podcast. By tuning in today, you're dialing into your frequency of abundance. I'm Michelle J. Lamont, your manifestation master and guide. Ever since 2016, I've been obsessively dedicating my life to uncovering, dissecting, and analyzing every aspect of the practices and modalities in which we call manifestation. You see, you are truly more powerful than you can even imagine and fully capable of manifesting miracles on the daily. I'm going to teach you how to attract a life beyond your wildest dreams using your own divine power. So let's get started manifesting your miracles right now. Welcome. It's time for us to manifest our miracles. My name is Michelle Juanita Lamont, and it is time for us to shimmy and shake, and Wayne's excited. Yes! Are you ready? I'm ready to manifest too. Let's go. Yes! So my name is Michelle Juanita Lamont, and you are tuned into watching, listening, and a part of Manifesting Miracles, the podcast that elevates your consciousness to help you manifest things in a snap. So if this is your first time tuning in to the vibration of this podcast, Wayne, no. It's time for us to energetically align in a higher state of being in order for us to manifest things into our reality. So this podcast was created to help you dissect the world of manifesting so you can understand and how to be a more conscious creator in order for you to align yourself in the highest vibrational point of attraction so you start manifesting things into your reality instantly. Everybody that is within earshot of this podcast that can click the button and hit play is a conscious collaborator in the very high level thinking of the collective of the universe. And your angels and your guides have decided that today, this moment in time, was the time and the place and the reality in which you are going to elevate your consciousness to a place and a state in which allows you to co-collaborate with the greatest creator that ever created anything. I call it God. You can call it whatever you want. Source energy. And you and this source are not separate. This is the greatest thing ever, is that you are co-collaborating and have full authority to transform your life right now. So if this is your first time tuning in, I'm a manifestation master, author, speaker, coach, award-winning podcast host, and future YouTube star. Hey. So if you don't watch my YouTube, please go and subscribe. If you haven't written me a 5-star review, why not? You can do it at michellejlamont.com, or you can do it on Apple Tunes, or hit that little button on Spotify. But most importantly, do not let this be the only episode you listen to. After this one, go and listen to another one and another one and another one, because you're raising the consciousness of the collective when you do that. And in today's very powerful episode, I am going to be explaining the law of vibration and the law of energy, and I hope that it helps you understand a little bit more about how to create consciously here in the collective. So before we get into the everything is energy, and energy is countless and comes in countless forms and all the things that we have to talk about today, it's still the month of January, and for me today it's New Year's Eve. So I don't know when you're listening to this, but it is December 31st, 2022, and at the stroke of midnight it will be 2023. Now there's a lot of people in the spiritual community who say, well, it's not actually our New Year's, it's the spring solstice that is our new year. And I'm not going to disagree with you. And so I'm just going to say this is the thing that I'm doing. I might do it differently next year, but I'm going to continue with my little habit. So if you've listened before, you will know that on New Year's Eve, I write 2 letters. And the first letter is the first 6 months of what I'm wanting to attract or be a magnet or a match to in the next coming year. And I open that one on July. Yeah, in July. And I read that one on the air. And I'm going to be opening this one to show you what happened. What happened? What did I do? What became of my... Here's the envelope. It has been sealed since 12/31 2021 and now it's time for us to see what happened. So I write 2 letters, a 6-month letter and an end of year letter. Not necessarily predictions or anything. It's basically just talking about the vibration that I want to manifest. So I opened up my envelope and this is what I wrote to myself, and it says, "You did it. Oh my God, I love you, baby." This is how I talk to myself. So I'm taking it out for the first time. You saw me opening it. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're listening on the podcast, you can watch it on YouTube and see me read it. And the YouTube is now going into a dynamic season where I've hired a producer, at least for a little while, to create my content and to make it more visually stimulating and interesting instead of just a person talking on the microphone. So I'm going to read to you the best that I can, because a lot of times my writing is kind of like a crazy person's writing. All right. And I'm dyslexic, so it's a whole litany of things. So I'm just going to read it to you and just see where I was a year ago versus where I'm going to be tonight, writing my 2 new letters. And in the spring, I'll celebrate solstice again, and I will I kind of think of my birthday as New Year's because it's the day I was born. But I still do some, traditional New Year things energetically. As long as you're just, in that moment, it doesn't really matter. All right. So I start with, wow, wow, wow. Michelle, here we are, another year over, and what have we done? Well, a lot. You survived. You're still living in paradise. I am! Yay! Okay. You're still living in paradise. You focused on you, and wow, has it paid off. You grew, you're strong, you're more abundant, you're glowing, and you're growing, always and in all ways. Your heart chakra motivated. Yes, I am. You had more fun, tried new things, fell in love with you, spent a lot of time at the beach. I wouldn't say a lot. I'm definitely making that more of a priority next year or this year. Now it's 2023 in a couple of hours. Okay. Spent a lot of time at the beach, on the water. Oh my God. Holy You hit 90K on the podcast. Bitch, I'm at over 200,000. Oh, double that. Hey. Okay. You're a mag. You became the magnet in freedom, happiness, joy, money, health, abundance. You feel more confident than ever. And most importantly, everything worked out bigger and better than you could have hoped for. Taking long moments of joy, reflecting, visualizing the things that you really want has only opened more doors and more growth, more love and more joy. You had a few what the days. Oh my God. You had a few what the days, but I'm here sending you all the love you need to pass through them. To pass through them, not avoid them. That's for sure. This was my shadow work year of all years. Woo! All right. You are strong. You are a strong Latin woman, a Scorpio, a life path 9, and a goddess. A, you are the creator of your reality, and from the looks of it, you're really fucking great at creating reality. You are abundant, loving, fun, and filled. Let's go. Happy endings. Let's go. 2023. Holy. All right. Okay, I knew it was going to be a difficult year. It was. I feel like 2023 is going to be an explosive year for everybody with the year of 7. So let's get into it. And this custom is just something I do. It's not rooted in any book I've read. It's not rooted in any tradition. There's no energetic reason that I do the 2 letters, except that I just really like to channel in that higher vibrational energy at the end of a cycle. And in the world I live in, on Earth, we live by a calendar, a 12-month calendar, and we know time is an illusion, but it's just something that I do every New Year's Eve. It's not predictions or anything like that. It's more, I meditate so what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to meditate for about 30 minutes. I'm going to be doing a candle ceremony, which if you want to know how to do these, you need to sign up for my next course, Into the Mystic. It's going to be available probably in a few weeks. They sell out fast, but I go over how to use candles and crystals and how to use different practices and modalities to call in this higher consciousness and to be awakened into a reality in which you are the creator, because you are the creator of your reality, my love. I'm trying to calm down my energy, trying to center it back in. Should have read that letter last. I'm so hyped up for my letter. That I find that really hearing what the universe wants me to know, the universe knew it was going to be a difficult year. The universe knew I was going to have a lot of what the fuck days. And so as I write, it starts becoming like a channel. It starts becoming like a transmission of energy between my higher consciousness and myself. You see, I want you to understand something. If you can reflect on a moment in your life that was your history. So think back to a moment in your life where something really impactful happened. Think about what you were wearing. Were you a child? Were you a teenager? Were you the age you are now or a little bit younger? Think about that day. Was it cloudy? Was it rainy? Was it sunny? Try to get even more into the energy. Was it, were you outside? Were you inside? Did they hurt you? Did you hurt them? What are the details of it? Go into that moment right now with me and reflect into that smaller inner child self where you can remember that impactful moment. Good. You're doing good. You're doing great. You're doing great. And in that moment, look around the room and see what you see. You're going to be remote viewing. That's what the CIA calls it, remote viewing. And I want you to go into that moment and remember yourself in that agony, in that stress, in that pain, in that joy, in that happiness. Maybe it was the birth of your first child. Maybe it was the loss of a child. Whatever it was, it impacted you energetically. Now, send that version of you what you needed. Good job. Do you see how perfectly you were able to time jump into that person, into that situation? Good. Now, I want you to understand this. Please listen carefully. This is the most powerful thing you're going to hear. The version of you that knows your history is the person that you see in the mirror. And you were able to transport yourself into that dimension in time, place, space, reality by simply closing your eyes and allowing that energy to transpose itself and to put yourself into that reality. Now, guess what? Your future self is right now looking at this version of you and sending you all the things that you need if you would just listen. And so now you've quantum leaped. That easy. You see, your future self is looking at you right now, sending you all the clues, sending you all the information, sending you all the tips, all the things that you need to know. They are sending, they, them, he, she, whatever you want. I am she, her, hers. So in my reality, I would say she's sending me the warnings, the information, the strength, the intuitiveness, what have you, to create in this reality with a little bit less fear, with a little bit less anxiety. And so if you were to energetically transpose yourself, and as the CIA calls it, remote viewing into your history, then your future self is actually doing that too. And that version of you pushed you to listen to this podcast, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Spotify, whether it's on Apple or Amazon or whatever, however you found it, however the universe aligned for you to have this. Why? Because you came here to co-collaborate with the universe and create your reality, and to work within your divine guidance and raise the consciousness of the collective. So it's time for you to step on up and become part of our team of light. And I am so absolutely honored that you're here. Now let's get into it. The law of energy and the law of vibration is one of the universal laws that I think are very important to discuss and to understand. So what is it? Everything is energy. Period. Full stop. That's it. Energy comes in countless forms, okay? And you can attract anything that you're a vibrational and energetic match to. Anything, period. That's it. The law of vibration and the law of energy, they are creating at a rate at which our protons, our electrons, and our neutrons are spinning. You see, our cells, believe it or not, are 99.9999999 empty. Empty. With a creator who created such details and plankton and algae that would affect a fish that would be eaten by another fish that would then fart and cause a gas into the air, why would we create a cell that is 99.999999999 empty? I'll tell you why, or what I think. It's because we use that space, that empty space, the 99% of us, to manifest. My next live group course is now open for enrollment. So, hey, listen, it's called Into the Mystic. It's a powerful 4-week course that teaches you everything. I mean, everything you need to know about manifesting your unlimited abundance. I want you to join me and meet your new tribe of connected, spiritual, and dynamic souls from around the world who are also stepping into their level up season. Now listen, this is the best part. There are only 20 seats. So if you have any doubts, I have answers. Right there in my show notes, just click over. I offer a free call about any of the things that I offer. So let's get out of the doubt and into you changing and revolutioning your life with Into the Mystic. Okay, you heard it here. So we are mere space and then matter. We're 99% space and then 1% matter. And we focus on the energetic part, and it's an efficient way to create change. Why? Because in order for us to evolve and to move through the dimensions in which we're creating the law of energy and the law of vibration, those protons and neutrons and electrons can then assist us even more, is when we release the need to control everything. And so the law of energy and the law of vibration are always the same. We are here to create things into our reality with the space that we are. And between the space is where the divine order creates. The first part of using the law of energy and the law of vibration is important to understand for this reason. Until you can release your history, meaning forgive it, let it go, release it, and heal those deep embedded moments in time, maybe the one you just thought of right now, maybe the one you avoided thinking about, maybe the one that you're going to be thinking about pretty soon. And until you heal that history, you cannot create the one that you really want. The universe's vibrational laws stipulate that you must be a forgiver before you can be a creator. Do you hear me? You must be a forgiver before you can be a creator. Say it with me. I release my history. I release my history. I release my history. And I want to heal my history. I want to heal my history. Listen. That motherfucker who did that, they're living in their own hell. They're living in their own limited reality. And you are no longer allowed to let them drag you down to their level. By releasing your history and healing that and forgiving the unforgivable and moving into that vibrational place, you are now in the law of energy and the law of vibration. Okay? Boom. And you stop wasting energy on ego-based situations. And what is ego? Edging God out. E-G-O. And the ego isn't vanity. The ego is fear. The ego is lack. The ego is being unable to let shit go. And we waste all of that 99.99999% of our energy on being right, on being proven correct, on making a point. But here's the point that you're missing. You manifested them so you could learn to forgive and to let go. Oh, this one killed me. I'm like, I manifested a dead mother at 10. I manifested a father who gave me away and made me believe that everybody was always going to think low of me. I manifested not the first, not the second, not the third, not the fourth. Let's stop counting. Abusers that I had in the orphanage. I manifested an abusive husband emotionally, verbally, and energetically. I manifested baby after baby, losing them, pregnancy after pregnancy, no baby, C-section scar, check, baby 0. And that shit broke me. And it broke me out of the matrix. It broke me out of my limiting thoughts, and it broke me out of my history. I was able to forgive my mom for dying, my father for abandoning me, my abusers, my husband, myself. And obviously, my trying to unalive myself was the last step of my bridge. And I don't want you to have to go through so much to get to this place. It's unnecessary. And I want your vibrational energy to be focused in on creating. But we manifest as we are, and the law of energy and the law of vibration dictates that everything is energy. And if you listen to my other episode on the law of oneness, you understand that we're a collective consciousness. So when somebody is really happy we all get a little vibrational joy from that. When somebody is incredibly generous, we get a vibrational joy out of that, and it spreads, and it's contagious, and it's creative, and it's unwavering, and it's divine, just like you. So your vibrational energy is always manifesting, and you may not like what you're creating, and that's okay, because it's time for you to create something better, different. Yeah, you can stop learning those insignificant rules of how not to live, and focus on the energy that in an efficient way to create. Why waste your energy on envy? Why waste your energy on gluttony? Why waste your energy on shame? Why waste your energy on, I hope she gets hers, or I hope they get theirs? My I hope they get theirs is, I hope you get everything. I hope you win everything. I hope one day you look back at the life that you lived and you say to yourself, I was the happiest I've ever been when I finally let go of controlling everything in my life. I stepped into my joy matter. That 99.99%, which was empty, is now used in a powerful way to create. Maybe you're here to cure cancer. Maybe you're here to forgive somebody, and that's your only thing in this world is just to forgive them. Maybe you're here to be a rock star, or an artist, or a painter, or an author, or a podcast host. Maybe you're here for a multitude of reasons. And maybe, like me, a Life Path 9, it's your last incarnation. And so you know how important it is to release all of that history so you can be a co-collaborator with the greatest creator of all. And you and that creator are never separate. And when you were crying and alone and sad and fearful, you weren't alone either. Sometimes it's really hard to do these podcasts because I get flooded with all the energy of people in fear, and I get flooded with all the energy of people who are hurting and sad, and I can feel them. And I energetically try to protect my energy, which also I can teach you. But I get so in touch with the vibration of you that I'm deeply impacted, and I'm generally so thankful to experience you in the way that you will allow me to. But I want you to understand that the law of energy and the law of vibration are here to help you understand that, molecularly speaking, you are here to create. This is scientific facts, man. And one of the reasons that I really fell in love with manifesting wasn't because I was creating and celebrities and money, and yes, those things obviously happened. But it was because I no longer had to live up to anybody else's standards ever again. If I want to live in an RV and go from place to place to place, or convert a bus into a new living space, I can, and I can walk away from this house anytime I want. I can walk away from anything that looks like a construct because of the way that I've chosen to create in this world. And no matter what transition you're in right now, no matter what situation you're in right now, no matter where you are energetically, there is a plan and a purpose, or else you wouldn't be listening to this podcast. You would be stuck in a lower dimensional frequency and you would not even have access to this. That's the truth. So it's time for you to understand that you are the creator of this reality, and you're going to use the law of energy and the law of vibration to collaborate with the universe in order for you to dynamically create things into this reality. It is time. It's time for you to align yourself in the highest way possible with abundance, with love, with optimism. Doesn't mean you're going to be happy every day. That's some bullshit right there. Because we are always evolving, and joy and happiness and abundance, well, that's a moving target, baby. And in order for us to align ourselves in that profound way where we really can't separate our thoughts from the reality, and we're like, didn't I just think of this and now it's in my life? You have to first unlock your history, heal it, and let it go. Stop wasting your energy on ego-driven modalities and thoughts. And use the vibration and energy in your reality to create. So no matter what time, space, or dimension you're currently in, the plan is that you will be a creator. And you will shift your timeline almost instantly. Now, it's important for you to know that nothing happens overnight. But it will happen, and it's happening right now because you're listening to this. And merely by listening to this, you're energetically shifting. So I highly recommend that you listen to another episode and another episode and another. I've got hundreds, and hundreds of thousands of you have tuned in. Why? Because it is time for us as a collective to raise that vibration and start aligning ourselves to a higher reality. Ooh, my ears are ringing. Okay. You guys, the angels like it. The guides like it. The aliens like it. And allow yourself to invest in yourself. Listen to another one. It's investment of your time. Writing and releasing, an investment in your energy. And of course, signing up for my next class and my next course is going to be life-changing. So I can't wait to see you in my next class. I can't wait to see you in the audience of my next speech. I can't wait to meet you and do a one-on-one coaching with you. Whatever it is that I can help you with, transmute this lack reality into a real reality, then I'm here for it. If there's air in my lungs, I will be on that call, and I will be in that class, and I will be teaching it and sharing and helping as much as I can. So don't miss out. I want you to be in that class. I want you to meet your tribe. I want you to explore this world with joy and optimism and happiness, and release that motherfucking history. That shit was created by you to help you evolve. Don't get stuck in it. You got so many new chapters to write. The old booklet. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye. 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 Let that shit go. Forgive it. Heal it. And stop wasting your energy, and start using the law of energy and the law of vibration to attract unlimited abundance into your reality. My love, my love, my love, my love, my love. So, all right, it's time for me to wrap up. So I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I love you. I love you. I love you. All right, producers, let's play that music. Yeah. All right, my name is Michelle Juanita Lamont, and it is time for you to manifest your miracles. This podcast helps you make manifesting a snap. So until my next podcast, I will be waiting on you and waiting to see you. And hopefully I'll be seeing you in my next live class. I love you. I love you. I love you. Go manifest your miracle today. Yes. Thanks for listening to this episode of Manifesting Miracles. Now it's time for you to take action. I invite you to hang out with me just a little bit more by signing up for my newsletter. You'll get instant exclusive access to the practices that will chart your own path to abundance and yes, spark that highest version of you. Head to the show notes right now so you don't miss a thing. Now listen, I fucking believe in you, and it's now time for you to win, win, win. Yes, yes.